Hey everybody, Scott George again, and this is another episode of The Wolf and the Neural Network. All right, so we really need to talk about the corrupt fraud Nancy Murphy, Nova Scotia Health Authority. All right, guys, so you can see the records. I did absolutely nothing. They're not saying I did anything, raised my voice or anything like that. Nancy Murphy literally fabricated this false record, said that I was down there because of a case about my wallet in 2019, and the officer involved resigned, and I thought this was all about me. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's right, she didn't record. The police just stating there a conflict of interest, said they were going to get a paper and come back and just arrested me. Right? She didn't record that I asked for a lawyer 5 times, that I stated how inappropriate this was, that I was being denied a lawyer and forced to talk about this. Well, you can see in her own notes, it states, well, he was cooperative, so he didn't require medications or restraints. So if I didn't just cooperate, what were they going to do? That's right. So I was literally compelled as a witness against myself. Think about that. Where I'm going to be tortured no matter what happens. But Nancy Murphy is not at all responsible for what she puts on that record. Her lying, cheating, stealing, her misrepresenting it. She is a hero. It doesn't make any sense, right? I said 11 plus hours in handcuffs. Completely cool, calm, and collected. Every bit of video from HRP. So literally, then Nancy Murphy completely lied. What she wrote makes no sense. So what did they lock me up for? It doesn't make any sense, right? I didn't do anything. Nothing at all. And look at all this objective evidence that exists. Right? Nancy Murphy can't even answer a basic question. So look what happens when pieces of fucking trash are allowed to strip your charter rights unquestioned. Look at it. And now she knows she's completely wrong. She knows she destroyed my life. And where is she? Hiding like a fucking coward. Why pay the price for it? Well, I can tell you this. I am not going to pay the price for Nancy Murphy. I'm not going to pay price for fucking Kristen Holm. That is a disgusting piece of crap. That's right. So, Nancy Murphy didn't tell the emergency mental health doctor. That's why she got up, mocked, and humiliated me with the police. Called me paranoid and all this stuff, and it was just a basic question about should they really just be standing in the room with us? Think about that. The police officer, I don't even know, she doesn't know, walks into a room and stands right beside us, and I say, is this really appropriate right now? And she tells me it's kind of paranoid, isn't it? Literally, what kind of a piece of dumb shit are you? And then goes and mocks and humiliates me with those officers, straddling a door saying, here's, Scott, test it, see if they can hear you. Straddling it. That's what Nancy Murphy is relying on. Well, literally in her own notes, it states that she's admitting her own record is incomplete. Think about that. And then they said I wasn't denied a lawyer. I waited till the police left. I went out immediately and asked to use a phone. Nancy Murphy herself said, honey, there is no phone. I learned my book bag had already been sent to Mount Hope before I ever seen a doctor. And you can see here in their notes, they're lying about it, saying there's no evidence it even went before you ever seen a doctor. When literally right there in their own notes, it says it arrived with the previous client. Which means before me. These people are liars, cheaters, and stealers. The college is lazy and they know exactly what they're doing. They destroyed somebody's life, framed them, terrorized them, and there's all this evidence. I can ask one question. That has nothing to do with my wallet. How'd my GPS get set to 9330, still Highway 7, Stillwater, Nova Scotia? Why are the pictures of the registered owner at Irving Shipbuilding? What are the associations with EMIC, SEO Group, Cambridge Analytica? Why do I have military IPs connecting to my systems? What the fuck does that have to do with my wallet? So, Nancy Murphy fixated on these things. She was judge, jury, and executioner and had everything to lose by me being fucking innocent because she knew she would have to file a complaint against Halifax Regional Police and Nova Scotia Health Authority would have to sue Halifax Regional Police. So it's starting to make more sense why Nancy Murphy lied through her teeth and why the college aren't holding her accountable. Right? Because it makes no sense. Their whole record is delusional. Non-consistent, but then they're trying to blame me and make me pay the price for their abject failure when they call themselves professionals, when we are paying their tax dollars. I will accept absolutely nothing less than Nancy Murphy losing her license. The same with Kristen Holm, the same with Anna Marie Weimer and the emergency mental health doctor. I'm requesting criminal charges be laid against all parties. It's very clear that Nova Scotia Health Authority is actively engaging in fraud, and I'm betting this extends to Karen Oldfield, given that Tim Houston replaced the board himself. I can't really prove it, but I will by the end of this. All right, everybody. So I'm going to release it yourself. You can look at it yourself. I did nothing. You can look at the police reports yourself. I did nothing. I am completely 100% innocent. NSHA is lying about this. HRP removed the officers who did the arrest from the complaint, so I can't file a complaint. What does that tell you? They are lying, cheating, and stealing. They can't even answer basic questions. Well, they're removing all these people, removing my rights to even ask basic questions. Everybody has been around long enough. We can look at history. You know exactly what this is. It is tyranny. And these people are monsters. They are abusers. They are bigots. They're filled with prejudice. They're filled with bias. And if somebody did this to them, imagine what they would expect. Imagine what Tim Houston would expect if they did this to him. Imagine what Justin Trudeau or the Irvings would expect. Right? Do you think they'd be sitting back saying, okay, it's okay, you just fucking abused me, framed me, slandered me? No. They'd say that bitch has to fucking go. That is a terrorist. That is a piece of shit. Everybody would agree. And that's where I stand by this. Justin Trudeau, would you trust Nancy Murphy? Her own self-admitted incomplete record? You'd only trust her because you're the right kind of white. Same with Tim Houston. Same with Pierre Poilievre. You know, looking at that, she is an abject failure, and I continue to pay the price for it. Anyways, everybody, nothing else I can do, right, except show you how these people systematically lied because they're abject failures. All right, have a good day.